If you're seeing this video, that means it is June 1st, 2026, and I'm about to start a crazy adventure. Now, what is this crazy adventure that I'm talking about? Well, to cover that fully, I kind of got to start with where I'm at right now. So I've lived in Pullman for the last 3-ish years. Back in 2023, I had to move here to kind of reset and rebuild myself from the inside out. I kind of sunk myself into too much and lost myself, and thusly I came out here to stay with family for a while. Well, 2026 has not really been much better than how 2025 ended. Anybody that's been following me for a little bit knows that at the end of 2025, right before Christmas, I got laid off from my job. Now, while I've had a few odd jobs here and there throughout the last few months, working security for WSU events or doing some handyman jobs here and there, I haven't really had a whole lot going on here in Pullman. And thusly, it hasn't really been conducive to me staying here. It hasn't been very conducive to my mother and sister staying here either, and fortunately they have a situation where they have a 2-bedroom house that they can move down to in southern Idaho. Now, I would follow them down to southern Idaho, except I personally in my past have a little too much trauma tied to southern Idaho. I don't really at this point want to go back to an environment where I feel like I would be put into survival mode all over again. Same kind of goes for Western Washington. I have pretty much cut myself off from the entirety of my family on that side of the state. So really the only family I have in this area is my mother, my sister, and my little brother, who will all be down in southern Idaho. Neither of those areas are really conducive to me starting fresh. Now, if we flash back to February of 2022, my best friend lives in Virginia Beach, and I flew out there for his wedding. Well, when I was out there, I was going through some things of my own, and honestly, had I known things were going to go the way they were, I would have stayed there when I was there in 2022. So that being said, what I think is the best option if life wants me to start over in 2026 is to go where I feel like I'm supported best. That is ultimately what I need for my success, and I'm not really feeling like I'm going to feel that in 2 areas where I feel like I'm going to be in survival mode the whole time. Now, financially, I am not in a situation where I can buy a plane ticket and fly myself and ship my stuff out there. And I think in the name of spiritual journeys, I am going to, at the end of June, around the 20th to the 24th, somewhere in there, I am going to be starting my journey biking from Pullman, Washington to Virginia Beach, Virginia. So what does that mean for me? Well, ultimately that means I have about 20 to 25 days to sell everything aside from what I can fit with myself, my German Shepherd, and the necessities we need on the road in my bike trailer and hit the road. Now, this journey is going to be a long one, and it is going to be an arduous journey, and I plan on documenting the whole thing right here on this page, The Odyssey of Squatch. I chose the name The Odyssey of Squatch in homage to Homer's Odyssey, the story of Odysseus and his journey home from the Trojan War. And I kind of like to think that the last 3 years that I've been here in Pullman have been my Trojan War. They have been the fight that I have been dealing with internally, trying to figure out who I am as a person. And now I've got to go on this 3-month journey, 3,600 plus miles across the country, to go where I'm going to rebuild myself and build myself up and reclaim the empire that I know I deserve. Now, if you are the kind of person that likes long adventures, if you like spiritual pilgrimages, spiritual conversation, connecting with the land, living with the land, if you like that Oregon Trail, camping, nomadic lifestyle, then follow me, because there's going to be a whole lot of that over the next few months. I'd love to have you guys with me, so ask your questions, leave your comments. Let's start a whole community around this thing, because without you guys, it's going to be a boring, long 3 months, and I sure would like the company.